Welcome everybody to Arkham Horror LCG, specifically the Dunwich Horror, or the Dunwich Legacy, if you will. And we are playing the third scenario in this campaign, the Miskatonic Museum. You may remember from last time we played extracurricular activity, where we tried to save the students, but unfortunately couldn't. Professor Rice was kidnapped. We were able to get Professor Armitage, at least in our group, and we did get Dr. Morgan, but unfortunately we just failed to save the students. So now we are gonna over to the Miskatonic Museum. So I'm gonna schedule this up. We did rescue him. So without further ado, story time. Several months ago, Armitage and his colleagues stopped the rampaging horror from tearing through Dunwich, a backwater town several hours north and west of Arkham. At first you imagine this beast as a rabid bear, or worse, but the professor's description of the creature paints a different picture. It all began when a man named Wilbur Whately entered the Orne Library looking for Olius Warmus's Latin translation of a book called the Necronomicon. Wilbur already possessed a beaten-up English translation by Dr. John Dee, but it was insufficient for his purposes. Armitage turned the man away, fearing what use the strange man had for the book. Whately returned in secret, hoping to steal the book, but was attacked by a hound guarding the university. Armitage, Rice, and Morgan later discovered Whately's body. A description of the foul corpse, semi-anthropomorphic and covered in fur, with a leathery hide and greenish-gray tentacles, causes you to question whether or not Whately was truly human. My colleagues and I were quick to put the ordeal behind us, Armitage says with a sigh, but it seems that things haven't been fully resolved themselves. I'll tell you the rest later, but for now it is imperative that we get our hands on that copy of the Necronomicon. If my instincts are correct, the assailants you have encountered will be searching for it. After all that transpired, I didn't feel safe keeping it at the library, so I brought it to my old good friend, Harold Walstead. He is the current curator of the Miskatonic Museum. I thought it would be safe in the museum's restricted hall, but now I'm not so sure. You must retrieve it at all costs. I fear terribly for what they could do with the rights contained in its pages. Very well. Okay, everything set up. Put one of the security options. Alright, so we gotta put one of these and one of these. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. How about this? Do I have a D4? We're gonna do Google coin flip. Okay. Heads, left one, tails, right one. Heads. Heads, left one, tails, right one. Tails. Okay. I have not looked at either of those, so I do know they are a bit different in this one. Set the 6 exhibit hall location set aside. I want to make sure this is actually... Oh, and I have to make it myself, so it's... Okay. So what they want me to do is take this. I'm going to shuffle this. Take 2 of these. Shuffle those. Then I'm going to take these 3 on top. Yeah. Because I would have already shuffled that. Yeah, so I'm good. Everything else is set aside. The void. Good. I just want to check just to see where the void is. Everything in here for the void? Shadow spawn. I believe so. I'll shuffle this. And we are good to start our journey into it. Let me just check the colors. White, orange. Good. I just want to make sure I got the right colors for both of them so I can set them up correctly. Okay. So, you need to deal 5 to white. Let's see what we got here. Dr. Henry Armitage right off the bat. Moonlight Ritual. We do have the Moonlight Ritual and Alyssa Graham combo. Potentially. Where we can play Alyssa Graham, pump up the Doom, and then Moonlight Ritual to get rid of all of that. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to play Armitage instead. So we'll get rid of both of those. I will keep the Catonian Stone and I will keep Armitage. This is a pretty good hand otherwise. Deal 2 more. And then we'll take these 2 and shuffle them out. Okay. Meanwhile, for Tony, this should have 6 on it. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Wishes below, a Switchblade, a Lone Wolf, and out of here. The issue I have with Lone Wolf is it's a really good card. But unfortunately... The issue is, like, this map isn't... It's at the beginning, it's not that big. It opens up once you get to the hallways. But after that, it's pretty... So I'm actually keep Lone Wolf. It might actually be a decent card to actually keep. I think I'm actually going to get rid of Vicious Blow because this isn't a heavy combat encounter. Amada here is not a bad card, to be honest. But, because there is a Resign ability, it's at the beginning, I believe. Yeah. I'll get rid of it. Hopefully I can redraw it, I guess, is my plan. Never mind, I'll draw pretty much the same thing over. Alright. That being said, we have 2 clues. Investigation of 3. Or we can go over here. We could attempt to test 5 strength to break the door. Otherwise, we gotta get 2 clues. Okay. Let's start with Jim. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna spend 2 resources to play the Catonian Stone. And I'm gonna seal. Let's see what we got here. What's the bad things over here? The tentacle is the bad one. So let's pull the tentacle out. And return to man. So basically what this does is, as long as I have a charge, as long as I don't reveal a fail, it doesn't keeps it out of the bag, basically. So that's one action. My second action, I might just actually do this. Play flashlight. And then I'm going to use the flashlight to investigate. So it's a -2, so it's a 1 to my 3. Cultist. -1, so I pass. The cultist does spawn the... What's it called, though? The hunting horror. And those are my actions. Alright. Tony's turn. Easy. Switchblade from 1. Lone Wolf. I believe Lone Wolf does not take up slide, just kind of sits there. 2. Do I just YOLO test it? I mean, I could just like test... I could test it just to like break down the door. But I feel like he should be able to get it with next turn with a flashlight, no problem. So instead, I'm just going to play Emergency Cache and gain 3 resources. Alright. Resource. Draw a card. Another Vicious Blow. Resource and draw a card. There we go. Oh, the magnifying glass. Great. Like, I probably I have too many things in my hands. And the magnifying glass is good for after the flashlight's gone. But until then. 1 on. Alright. Time for you to draw an encounter card. Put Cursed Luck into your play area. You get -1 on all your tests until you actually pass the test. Once you pass the test, you get rid of it. Obscuring Fog. Attached to your location. Get the +2, so it's at a 5 shroud now at this point. That's going to be a problem. A big problem, actually. Okay. I'm going to use the magnifying glass. Sorry, flashlight, sorry. So it's a 3 to a 3. Do you have anything? No. So 3 to a 3. Oh, sorry, 3 to a 2 because of Cursed Luck. Ooh, I have... Do I have any chance of doing this? I'll try it. -3. Nope. Okay. In that case, I'm just going to spend 2 resources to play Armitage. And then I'm going to spend Emergency Cache to gain 3 resources. We're going to have to do the old-fashioned way. I'm going to test to break the door down. I have a 6 to a 5. Success. Place 2, and I get a bounty on bounty contracts. Okay. So, if you are successful, immediately advance to Act 1B. If the investigators successfully perform the ability, yes. With great strength, you break down the door to the museum, making considerable noise as you do. The security guard sees you enter, cries out in fear, and rushes towards the back of the museum. The door leading into the museum's halls is broken. Reveal the museum halls. Advance to Act 2A, breaking and entering. The Necronomicon is being kept in a restricted hall somewhere in the museum. If an investigator enters the exhibit hall, advance. Okay. So that was 1 action. I'll spend my second action to move into the museum hall. And then I'll spend my third action to go to the administration office. You cannot investigate administrative office while you have 4 or fewer cards in your hand. Okay. So keep that in mind for our good friend Jim over here if he wants to investigate that way. Okay. Gain a resource, draw a card. I'm out of here. Gain a resource, draw a card. I'm not going to keep that, even though I could pretty much discard if I wanted to, but it's a pretty good card, actually. Add 1 Doom and counter card. So let's put Beyond the Veil into play in your threat area. So what this does is this basically means if I deck out, I take 10 damage, which pretty much means you will be defeated. So, and it surges. Choose one of the following card types: assets, events, or skills. Each player must choose this. I'm gonna choose event. Okay. Locked door. Attach the lock location to the most clues. I believe that would be here. Okay, that's perfect. It allows me something for Tony to do this turn. Alright, next turn. We'll go 1, 2 to go to the security office. Look at the reveal side of an exhibit hall in play or the top card of the exhibit deck. And I can investigate for here. So I will investigate. I'll spend my last clue. So it's a 1 to a 3, -1 to 2. So 2, 2, and 1. I'll use this. So it's 3, 2, and 1. No, sorry. 5, 4, 2, and 1. The 3, 2, and 1 because of the -1. It's a lot going on here. No, it's 4 to 1. Not bad. Either way, it's a success. Great. So we succeed. We draw a card. Which I will get rid of Cursed Luck. I'll then actually use Armitage's ability. Exhaust him to discard this to gain 3 resources. We gain a clue. And then I'm going to use as a fast action. I'm going to use a fast action to replace the flashlight with a magnifying glass. Done. Tony's turn. I use Lone Wolf to gain a resource. And we're going to go smashing. 5 to a 4. Fail. 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 Nice. Think about it, that's all he can really do. Because if he can break down this door, then I can open up these clues for him to investigate, as well as these clues. So, 1, gain a card. Come on. There we go. I should actually use this to get rid of this, but I might use it instead just as a resource, or as a bonus. Okay. Doom 3 on the counter. And counter card. If Hunting Hall is in play, add 1 Doom to it. If it's not in play, spawn it at your place. Okay. It's not in play. So we gotta find it. And of course it spawns engaged with me. Well now. Is in play, add 1 Doom to it. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Okay. So now we have a bit of a problem here. I mean, how much health does this thing have? 3 health. 2 attack. I mean, I think I can mess this thing up. Really? Let's do it. We get 1 resource from Lone Wolf. Oh, by the way, I'm going to spend this 1 to put a bounty on him. Okay. Then I'm going to go 1, 2. So I'm in the same spot as it. Then I'm going to swing. I'm going to apply Vicious Blow. And I'm going to apply Watch This. And I'm going to spend 3 resources on it. So I have a 5, and I'm using the Switchblade. It's a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 to a 2. And if I win by 2, I gain double. I gain 6 resources. And I just do a lot. So 9 to a 2. Minus 1. It's a bit of an overkill. But we do 1, 2, 3. So it's defeated. So Doom goes away. I gain this token, so I gain 1 from that. And then I gain 3 more from that. And then it goes into the void. Which I'll put here for now. Basically, the way this scenario works is it keeps coming back every time. Okay. Easy peasy. Meanwhile. Alright. 3. I want to kind of get some of these clues up here so I can make my way over here, ideally. So I'm going to investigate with 4. 5. 5 to a 3. Minus 2. Thank God I used that card to give me one of these. The question is, do I want to use the security officer now? I don't think I want to, really. We know the top 3 don't have it, right? We know the top 3 don't have it. So it's not that big of a big deal at this point. We'll investigate again. So it's a 4 to a 3. Fail. Fail. Not the greatest luck when it comes to drawing these cards. But we'll make it work. Rite of Seeking. That might be a not bad one too. Okay, I have way too many resources over here, just saying. Okay. Add 1 on. And third time. Curse luck, so we have -1 to all our stats. If Hunting Horror is in play, it's not, so it surges. Test for will. If you fail, choose and discard one asset you control. Okay. Skull. -1. Either way I fail. I'm on the Skull Lone Wolf. I have 16 resources. I don't need any more money. I think I'm good. Okay. I'm going to spend 4 resources to play Rite of Seeking. Get that ready. Get that going. And then I'm going to investigate with a 4. He'll use Unexpected Courage. 5, 6 to a 3. -1. 5 to a 3. 5 to a 3 with a Cultist is a -1. So we pass. The Curse Luck is discarded. And we gain a clue. Bam. Okay. And then I'm going to move here. It's number 2. And I'm going to spend 2 clues to take one of these exhibit halls and put it into play. All right. Tony's turn. Tony has to break down that door, doesn't he? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend 2 actions to look at this exhibit hall. After you enter this location, lose all your remaining actions and immediately end this turn. While you're in this location, you get +2 agility, and there's no clues on it. So it's a dead exhibit, basically. So now that we know that, we know there's no sense in us going there, period. Now we go here. So what this does is that means next turn we start Tony. Tony goes and he tries to break down the door so that we can actually investigate this area. That's the plan. Resource. Draw a card. Oh, okay. I forgot when I loaded the decks and it came in with a random weakness. I should have fixed that, but... Mists of Ryla. I think Shriveling might be better in this case. I don't know. Because Hunting Horror has 2/2. It gets a +1 from every thingy on it. So either way, eventually we'll go through those cards. All right. 1 on. This will advance it. Oh, so it actually should have had... Sorry. Oh, wait a minute. So then this actually should have been hung on. Oh, no. So it wouldn't have anything... Okay, so the first time it wouldn't have anything attached to it. So we're good. Okay. From the shadows of the museum halls, a terrible creature slithers forth, long and serpentine and propelled by black leathery wings. It's not in play. And spawn it in the museum halls. Shuffle the encounter discard pile deck into the encounter deck. So museum halls. I will have its target, I guess it'll be in... okay, that's over there. And then I think what happens is we go to this one, which means it should automatically get a resource on it, which means it's now at a +1 to all its stats. That's a 3-4-3 basically. Right? Yeah. Again, counter card. Arcane Barrier. Attached to your location, you must test for will. If successful, discard Arcane Barrier. Otherwise, you must either cancel the effects of the move or discard. Oh my god. What? Locked door. That would be... we're going to lock this door. Nobody cares. Oh, by the way, I'm going to place a bounty on this guy. Place 2 bounty on him. Why not? Let's be crazy. Okay, there's a lot going on here. Alright, so we're gonna fight this guy. It's a 3 to my 7. I'm gonna play Reckless because I have to. Basically, so I have to pretty much pass a test. So it is 7. Yep, this scenario. 2 or 3. -2 is a 5. So we pass, so it does 2 damage. And then we... if this test fails... no, so this goes away. Okay. That was my bonus action because it's a bounty target. I'll attack again. 7 to a 3. -3. So -4, so it's a 3. So I pass, but I only do 1 damage to it. One more time. 7 to a 3. Tablet. -2, which I want a few clues. I do not have any clues on me. So I pass, so it's defeated. So this goes away. I gain 2 resources. And then you go to the void. Okay. Now comes the fun part. Is that I can't do anything because of this arcane barrier, so I may as well just draw a card. Oh my god. Another weakness. Luckily the farthest place is everything's exactly equidistant, so I'm gonna put it over here. And it's gonna place 1 doom on it and place 1 resource on it. So that's an easy... my plan is to go there anyway. But okay. Alright. Jimbo. You have to test a 4 will against his barrier. I have a 4 will, so I have to get a 0 basically. What I'm gonna... okay, let's try it. Boom. Right off the bat. I was like, please, whatever you do, do it. Do it. Okay. So that's 1 action. Second action, I'm going to spend 2 clues to put an entry hole into the Map. Exhibit hall. So whatever. The problem is this. I want to go to the locked door. But Jim is not good in either of those stats to break the door. So I'm better off just YOLOing. We know this one's bad. That one's bad. But hopefully this one, we can't get two back-to-back bad ones, right? So we'll go here. I never understand about some of the stuff. So like, in the case of this, I think it's a one-way thing. Because I can go... Yeah, it's a one-way thing. Just like this would be... For this one. Be that one for now. After you fail a skill test while investigating this location. Okay, it's not the worst, but... Okay. So that was one action to barrier, one action to open up a place, one action to move. Okay, we're good. Gain a resource. Get a card. Gain a resource. Gain a card. Ooh, deduction. Now, deduction might be really good. Okay. Doom on. So we have 2 Doom now because the quarry is in effect. And a counter card. Actually, it was... If one is not in play, surges. Attached to my location. Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? Curse luck. That's actually really bad. Okay. So... If I have a 4, I can do a 5 to a 5 and pray. That's very risky. Okay. Gonna have to be some lucky here things. Tony will move over here from one action. But he's gonna try and break down the door. Unfortunately, he only has a 4 to a 4. I will try the unexpected courage, so it's a 6 to a 4. Automatic fail. Nice. I think that for the stone that only affects it when Jim draws it, I'm assuming. And this one, cultists. -1. 4 to break down the door. I have a 4 because of cursed luck. So I do fail. I knew I should have put it on the second one. Great. All right. Meanwhile, I'm investigating with a 4 over here. I can't use deduction on the obscuring fog one. Gonna have to, right? 4 to a 5 and pray I get a +1. We'll try it. Tablet. -2. So fails. So I don't have any clues. And then at my location, I lose an action. Right, we'll try again. 3, 4. Deduction, 5 to a 5. Don't know if this is the best play, but gotta try it. Yes. So I get an additional clue. Obscuring fog breaks. And I gain 2 clues. That was big. I baited out that tablet. Got it. Big. And now we can start to make our way through the... Unfortunately, this one, he's gonna punch me in the face. So... Okay. Enemy phase, I take a damage and a health from the hunting horror. Can't do anything about that. Resource and draw a card. Ritual candles. Not bad. Not bad at all. A lucky cigarette case. Okay. Won't be needing it right now, but it would be good to have. Okay, Dumont. We're at 3 because of the quarry. And counter cards. Put in there's a copy already, so it surges. Test for will. If you fail, choose to discard 1 asset you control. I have a 4 will. -3, I fail. It's got 1 asset I control. Okay, I could discard the magnifying glass. And then I can make space for the ritual candles. Which, so if I draw any of those symbols, I get a +1 anyway. And then I can use Mr. Ryler to... Not Mr. Ryler. Ryler Seeking to investigate as well. I'm gonna do that. And for him, passes into the veil. Test 3 mental. This test has a +2 difficulty. Well, great. 5 mental to my 2 mental. Am I gonna fail this? Yes. Now I believe by Arkham's rules, I can't... Oh, I could actually. I can take the second option. Because I have 9 health. Like, I'm a beefy guy. I can take a hit. As opposed to losing 5 cards. Alright. Sounds like a plan. Alright, next action. So, Jim's turn. 1 resource to play ritual candles. We'll investigate using Vital Seeking. So we add a 4 to a 3. Skull, which we treat as a 0. So we pass. Investigate. If you succeed to discover 1 additional clue, I immediately end my turn. But I gain both clues. So now, next turn, I can move up to the middle. Can I spam these? Yeah. I can open up both of the exhibit holes. And then I can turn after that, I can move into the security office to look at that 4th one, see if that's the one, if that is the one that has the restrict the hallway. That's the plan. Meanwhile, Tony over here. So right now we're looking at a 4. Right, it's a 4, yeah. Oh. This didn't matter because it wasn't exhausted. Okay. So it's gonna be a 6 to a 4. Fail. It retaliates. Oh god. Fail. If I fail one more time, I pass out. Okay, so I'll try and evade it, I guess. So 4 to a 2 to a 1. Fail. Okay. Take a damage. And Tony's about to go down. Nice. Yeah, it's gonna be the shortest scenario we've seen. Okay. Doom on. Encounter card. Turn yourself a non-story asset you control into your deck. Well, it's gonna have to be ritual candles. Discard top 3 cards of your deck. There goes my trumpet. There goes Alyssa. Mists. Okay, well, nice. Okay, so test 5. Surprise, fail. Oh. Still fail. I'll take the 5 card hit. Okay. Here's the annoying part. Actually, no. We got this. Now, hold on. 1, 2. Don't got this. I was gonna say, if Jim can play Shriveling, then that way I can actually... Can I beat this thing up? It doesn't have retaliate. Okay, I think Tony's gonna have to go 1, 2, and then last action he's gonna have to engage the hunting horror to pull it off Tony. He can take the hit. Dr. Armitage can take the hit for us if we need to. This gives Tony some breathing room. Not much though. But I might just try and beat up this Tony's quarry thing. Just because it's getting close. No, I might try to break this door while we're at it, maybe. Yeah, let's try breaking down this door. So that's a 4 to a 4. 0. So I don't... My god, it has to be about 1 or more. Which means it doesn't actually get rid of Curse of Luck. But it does get rid of the locked door. Which now means the Administrator's Office is investigatable. So that's good. Oh. This guy has a 2 hull value. That would be really good right now. I'll use 1 to engage this guy. Is this worth it? Hold on, let's before we do this, let's think this through. Got 3 health. We have to hit it. We have to hit it twice. I'm swinging at a 6 to a 4, and I have to get 2 solid hits on it. Oh, am I better off not engaging it right now, and instead drawing a card, double if it bleeds. Drawing a card. Okay, that's good. The overpower will guarantee that we hit on our next shot, most likely. Combine that with our knife, we can hopefully take out the quarry. Then play these to heal the horror value. Okay. Good God. Double overpowers. Nice. Ooh. Drawn to the flame would get us a quick turn through this way, and then we can pretty much barrel through most of these exhibits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can literally get all the exhibits out, and then I can just spend my turns going in there and peeking at it. That's interesting plays there. We take 1 and 1. I'm going to. I'll take it actually. On myself. Okay. Encounter card. It readies, engages you, and attacks each investigator at your location. Great. He doesn't draw an encounter card because he's defeated. Goodbye, Tony. Okay. I don't know if I added this one here. I'll add just in case. Great. Wow. That's swell. That is just swell, you know? Okay. Now, what shall we do? I think this is when we say we end the scenario at this point. Because that was unfortunate. That was really unfortunate. I'm gonna play Mr. Ryler, which will provoke. I'm gonna put this one on Armitage. Then I'm gonna use Mr. Ryler, which uses willpower instead. So it's a 4 evasion. 5, 6, 7 to a 4. 8 to a 4. Wait, hold on. Yeah. 8 to a 4. +1, so we succeed. If succeed, after evading the chosen enemy, you may be moved to a connecting location. So he's evaded. You go there. Oh, okay, don't know what happened there. So that was my second action. And then my third action, I want to move over to the entranceway. Okay. Beginning of the round. Of the enemy phase, sorry. -1, so he does not ready. Holy Rosary. Bit late for that. I'm gonna choose events because wah. Okay. That's so aggravating. Because I literally had all the clues I needed to open up the whole thing. Okay. And then we'll just resign. That's the game. Unfortunately. But just to show you what my plan was. My plan was to go over here, use the clues. I would have got a third one out. I would have got a fourth one out. Which wouldn't have been it. Then I would have used these clues to get this one out. And this one, and of course, it's the very last one. Of course. It always is. Always is. I don't know why. You never think it is. It always is. In terms of locations, we do have one that made it to the victory display. All right. That was a rough one. Whatever the creature was, yeah, we just gave up, basically. We just gave up. Recall that we failed to recover the Necronomicon, and we got a whole whopping 1 experience from that. So, we'll put... I had to redo this because it was messed up. So, he does have a mental trauma. I don't actually think... I think once... I just want to say how much experience... Available experience... Experience... I just want to see if any... Okay, so he should actually be a 2 experience then, and then 1 experience. Alright. So... that is the essence of this account, and it is a very tough scenario. Like, you can see if you have this RNG, or the entry hall is at the bottom of the deck, you have to go through all this. We were able to see that this one was a dead one, and there's no point in going there. That's a rough one. So that's it for Miskatonic Museum. The next scenario is one of my favorite scenarios, the Essex County Express, otherwise known as the train scenario. This is a really fun one. I think Tony will do really good here, although he is suffering with the mental damage. So we'll have to deal with that. So thank you guys for watching this little Arkham Horror display, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.